All right, this is so exciting. How's everybody doing?
Well, I mean, do you feel it yet that you're in the right place at the right time? I am just blown away backstage. Renee, Steve, and Gina, I mean, just the movement that's about to come after this weekend is going to be extraordinary. We are going to be unstoppable, right?
Yeah, thank you, Steve and Gina, for all that you do for all of us, and thank you for this opportunity just to share with everybody. I want to take you back just for a minute, because sometimes if you don't know us or don't know someone, then they might look like an overnight success, and that's something that we are not. We got married in 2000, and we started in this industry in 2001. And when we were with our former company, it took us 7 years. 7 years of going to events, at least 3 a year. It took a lot of growth and a lot of change. We wanted to win, but we just weren't ready. And some of you might be in that same place. Along the way, we had our daughter, and then when we had our son in 2007, we'd been in the company for 6-7 years, and then we had our breaking moment. My son, I dropped my daughter off at preschool, and I took my son, who's now 19. I had him in his car seat, and I took him to a pawn shop. And in my pocket, I had everything I thought that was worth something, because we were getting insufficient funds notifications on the daily. And meanwhile, we were in a great opportunity, but we weren't taking advantage of it. But we were at our breaking point. I went in that pawn shop, and the only thing worth anything was my high school class ring. It was worth about, I think, $264. And I went right to the bank and put that money in the bank, and they gave me 2 dum-dum suckers. Exactly, and I was like, the irony. I am no dum-dum. And I was mad. Not mad at him, not mad at me. I was just mad at our circumstances and frustrated. And when I got home and told him, he knew what I was gonna do, but I don't know that he knew I was gonna go through with it. But that's how desperate we were. You might be in a desperate situation like that. And from then on, we took that story and our desperation to people to connect, because we decided, you know what? Our mess is gonna be our message from here on out. And we rose to the top in that company within the next 4 years. And thank you. It's a journey, and you have to be vulnerable with your story. Some people may or may not know that side of just where we started and how we started. But then it was the relationships, and it was our vulnerability in those relationships that took us to where we are today. Because then, you know, life took a turn along the way. And then we got here, and we got here with relationships. Those relationships of 20 plus years. And so we're so grateful, but I want you to know where we were, because that's where some of you might be. And to know that it's possible to get to the next level, sometimes you just have to be honest and vulnerable with where you're at. Because the next step is then sharing that message of hope with people, that if I can do it, if we can do it, you can do it. We don't consider ourselves even polished now, but we definitely weren't polished then. And so if you can just share where you are and where you're going with the people that you love and care about, or quite honestly, anybody that will listen, then you can do this business, and you can do it at a high level, and you can be a presidential, because about, I would say, half or more of the room stood when Steve and Gina said, who's the next presidentials? So you've got to be honest and upfront with where you are and take that message into your community, because that is what people want to hear. They want to know what they can do with this opportunity and lock arms and go with you.
So good. Yeah. She's amazing. I married up. So, you know, one of the valuable lessons that we learned in that journey was the importance of timing. Timing is one of the most significant things that we have at our advantage or at our demise. And so what we realized in that journey, especially when we stepped into LifeWave, life circumstances had changed, but immediately we began to paint ourselves into a corner. What are the things that we can no longer stand? In fact, I grew up watching Popeye. If you guys remember Popeye, he would squeeze the spinach and he would say, that's all I can stand. I can't stand no more, right? And so when we stepped into LifeWave and we go, this is so amazing, this company, this technology, David Schmidt, the things that are happening here and the leadership that we get a chance to plug into, we owned that. We said we need to own timing. And so I want you to know the importance of timing. There's a few key components that we're going to be talking about, which is personal momentum, company momentum, and industry momentum. Okay, so we're going to talk through a couple to really give you a perspective of what's coming, because I don't think any of us in this room can even imagine what is about to happen in LifeWave and in this industry until we begin to really see the future, right? There's very few times in our lives when we get a chance to see a preferred future. You heard Joe say last night, a vision as a preferred future. Well, we happen to be, I believe, in the right place at the right time. And so we're going to share with you kind of some ideas to think about. Now, keep in mind, everything in the world has a season. So after winter comes spring. This isn't a trick question. We could do it. We could do it. After winter comes, yeah, very good. Spring is rain and growth. Right? And then after spring, what happens? Summer. What happens in the summer? It's hot. Welcome to Florida. It's hot. Sunshine, right? And sunshine makes everything grow unless it's got a bad foundation. If it's got a bad foundation, it'll dry up. Now, how about fall? After summer comes fall, right? Fall is the time when we have the harvest. Any farmers? I'm from Indiana. Anybody a farmer in here? Yeah, good. I see hands. Fantastic. We love fall because this is the time the harvest begins to happen. But here's what we know is when the harvest happens, there's also another chapter, and it's called winter. And so we need to put some stuff in our storehouse. We need to buy some seed, because guess what happens after winter? Springtime. That's when we plant again, right? So there's a season in everything. Some of you today, you might be in a season like Mandy and I, where you go, I don't know what happened. We bought a business. Next thing you know, our finances are a mess. You might be in that season right now. You might be in a season on your way up. You might be in a harvest season when you go, I don't really know what's about to happen. I'm not concerned, but I'm here for a reason. And you might be in a season of just harvest right now, which is just incredible. So here's what we want to share with you. Personal momentum, the season, company momentum, and industry momentum. Now, this is kind of neat, is that for, 75 years maybe, this industry, here's what we've seen is that in the fall, we see growth. By the way, I'm not a graphic designer, so I apologize. These are kind of, very simple graphics. But if you notice, August, September, this is when we see growth historically for 75 years. So if I was going to plant seeds, guess when is the best time for you and I to plant seeds? Today, right now. because we're about to go into a season of growth. Now, if you notice, during the holidays, people are busy, travel, a lot of things are happening, and then we get into 2027, and we're about to experience another huge cycle of growth. This just happens to be historical data. These are things that we can take to the bank. So when Mandy and I started thinking, we need our circumstances to change right now. What do I need to do? I need to figure out where we're at in the growth cycle, and I need to take advantage of it. So strategically, you guys are amazing. Thank you for planning this early August. This isn't by mistake. They also plan our virtual event coming up in January. Why? Because this is how all of us have a chance to win. And what am I supposed to say? It's a great opportunity if you do the work. Thank you, Renee. All right. Now, a couple key things, a couple major takeaways. So when Mandy and I, when we discovered LifeWave, and we go, this is incredible. I do want to equip you that I have never seen a company where the founder is the inventor and the CEO. Ever. Yes.
It's an incredible opportunity.
That is so valuable. Not only is he brilliant, not only is he a great guy, not only is he a person that loves to give, but he is the owner, the inventor, and the founder. Typically companies will white label. They'll go hire some doctor to design something, and that doctor's really not invested. In fact, the CEO isn't really invested in the company, right? Many of us can kind of relate to that, right? If we get a new skincare product or a new hair care product or a new supplement or whatever, it's all outsourced. The CEO is usually outsourced. This happens to be owner, inventor, and CEO. You guys, that puts us, we're playing chess, and every other direct sales company on planet Earth is playing checkers.
That's right.
By the way. All right. Now, a couple quick things. We're going to talk about seasons. And I don't know what season you're in. I could tell you, here's what's about to happen. The season of the year, we're walking into growth. This company, many of us have seen this chart, right? 20 million to 600 million in the last 5 years. I've also heard Steve and Gina say, what if we had, their vision is to have 1 million brand partners. 1 million. Can you imagine? There's several thousand people here live, several thousand people on virtual with us. So welcome, you guys. We're excited to have you here. I started asking, what would happen if we had 1 million brand partners? By the way, I forgot about this slide. By the way, I happened to look last night, just so you know, last night on the Business for Home magazine rankings, LifeWave is the #1 momentum company there is. Yes.
Amen.
So with this vision of what if we had a million brand partners. Now again, this is Andy's math, so this isn't official LifeWave data. I don't even know what kind of disclaimer I'm supposed to say right now, but this is just Andy's math.
He has good math, but it is his math.
This is Andy's math, okay? So I said, okay, if it's true, if we had 1 million brand partners and each one had 1 X39 sleeve a month, that would be $100 million a month. What if we all had, I don't know, 1 customer? You see how powerful that is? That's $200 million a month. You guys, if we reach this goal, we could be a multi-billion-dollar company. And how fast could we do it? You decide. You and I decide. We get a chance this weekend to say, I'm drawing a line in the sand. That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. Let's go. Right? And so this is enormous. I don't know about you, but this just fires me up when I think about what if I have prayed and dreamed my whole life to be in the right place at the right time. And what if this is it, right? This is it. Okay, one more thing. By the way, we happen to do some research on the industry, and we go, this whole industry of network marketing, like what's going on? I mean, thank goodness for Steve and Gina and Renee and the leadership that we're doing right now, even on our nation's capital, which is amazing. Like we're a voice, and they will hear us, for sure. what's happening with our industry? We go, I don't know. Well, some of you may have heard of this.
Real quick, I think with network marketing, we have to remember that this is the opportunity of a lifetime for the average person. And that's what we needed. That's what you need. That's what people in the world need. And to know that there is an opportunity to take very little out of. You might not get the food you want that week, and you could afford to join LifeWave, right? This is very simple and very affordable for everyone. Not everybody can go and get a franchise. Not everybody, and we would advise you not to, because that's where a lot of our financial ruin came from. This is an opportunity for everyone to take advantage of, and if you, this is the opportunity of a lifetime. And so some people they wear weird glasses when they think of network marketing. But I promise you that this is the way. This is how the average person can have the success and have the things that they desire, to get out of the situation that they're in, to have the freedoms that they want in life. And this is an opportunity that our kids that are now not little babies anymore, that are 19 and 22 years old, that they are most excited about. Like, I can't stop. My daughter is like crazy excited about this opportunity because she's now in the working world and realizes this is not okay. I can't believe people work for 9 hours a day. I mean, it is, and it is crazy, but this is you have to get excited about this being the opportunity of a lifetime for the average person. And you might not be average, but most people are. And they have circumstances that this is it. This is the opportunity for them. And they have to get excited about that so that they can then run in the lane that we have laid for them.
Love it. Yeah. Love you. So here's a couple things maybe that you might have heard of this thing called AI, right? Well, in the historical data, typically we went from a manufacturing era to more of a technology era. So if you had a dad that was in construction or a welder like my dad, he goes, go to college, be an engineer. And then I became an engineer and I worked on a computer. And now all of a sudden, computers do what I used to do. We're about to walk into an era right now in our country where we don't know where people are going to be retooled. And these are just a couple headlines that are starting to happen. So again, timing can be your greatest asset. And so I want to share with you a couple things that are worldwide industry projections. These are pretty amazing. If you notice Zion Research, they do research on different industries, what's shrinking, what's growing. Zion Research, they shared that our industry, direct sales, is about to grow from $200 billion a year to $400 billion a year in the next 7 or 8 years. Let's go. You guys, we're talking over $1 billion a day. A day. So timing matters. So the question is, are you ready? Are you ready to take advantage of this? What season of life are you in? What season of your family are you in right now? Because LifeWave, we're about to break out of here and it's about to be incredible. In fact, one of the most exciting things, I'll just share this with you. So I've had several requests to talk about the buckets. So I want to share with you a couple things that have happened recently. We're very honored to be invited to participate in our compensation plan task force. This is our typical comp plan. Don't take a picture of that, by the way. That's in your back office. You don't need it. It's changing. Yeah. So this is in your back office. Now, here's what I want you to think about. There are going to be some components. This is going to change, that's going to change. All these little pieces are going to change. But I want to simplify maybe our compensation plan for you. Is our compensation plan, if you break this down into these mental buckets, manager bucket, director bucket, and executive and beyond bucket. Okay? And so imagine these buckets. So how many managers are in the house? Raise your hand. Let's go. Okay, you guys are in the manager bucket. Congratulations, you made it. Next step, how many directors are in the house? 1, 2, 3-star director, yeah, let's go. Okay, last one, executive and presidential bucket. Do me a favor, raise your hand. Yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Leaders sit up front, by the way. I don't know if y'all noticed that. Just observation, leaders sit up front. And so here's the reality is that manager, director, and executive and beyond, right? These 3 buckets. Well, I do want to share with you that July 8th, David Schmidt and LifeWave, they agreed to make some changes that are going to be really beneficial, especially when we walk into momentum, August, September, October. This is where you're going to see it. You may not even seen it yet because we haven't necessarily, it's summertime. And so these changes are really enormous. Number 1, manager is built on personal recruiting, which is amazing. So imagine when Matt Curtis has a brand new brand partner, and that brand new brand partner says, "What do I do, Matt?" And Matt says, "Let me help you. Who do you know?" And by helping that person identify who do I know, who am I excited to talk to, that person can begin to rank up 1-star, 2-star, even 3-star manager and begin to qualify for the binary just on personal recruiting alone. Isn't that amazing? Let's try that again. I got to build this up, you guys. This is huge. Isn't this amazing? Yeah, there we go. Okay, now check this out. Director, now Matt says, hey, I can help you not only hit 1, 2, 3-star manager, I can help you hit 1, 2, and 3-star director, who's one key teammate that you're excited to team up with. It's literally one team. Now, here's the neat thing is that it's, Mike Hernandez shared, it's up to $5,000 a week at 3-star director in our binary pay, right? This is incredible when we're equipped saying, who do you know and who's one of those people that you're most excited to team up with? And you can rank up all the way 1, 2, and 3-star director. How many people are fired up about the director change? Okay, good, yeah. You're catching on. Now, check this out. Executives, these people that you saw raise their hand, they're really good at helping people advance through the process. That's all they've done. I've helped a lot of people hit director. You guys have helped a ton of people hit director. Helping a ton of people hit director. Helping a ton of people. You see what I'm saying? Is that all we do is we turn around and we go, let me take you with me. Let me help you walk through the system. Let me step down. Let me help you go through the process with me. And together, you guys, this is an extraordinary change. It just went into effect July 7th. It's already in your back office. You don't even need to do anything. They've already programmed it. It's already set and ready. And that's before David Schmidt today. So we couldn't be more in the right place at the right time with this company, where this company is about to go. That's right. In this industry. I don't know about you, but to have a one-of-a-kind patented technology like X39, when this industry explodes, and we're not competing. We're in a category all of our own because we have a one-of-a-kind patented wearable patch technology. You guys, the future's bright. I hope this adds value to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you all. Have a great day.